lost and I know where to go now. I don't really have a place to call my home now. Everybody hating on a physical now. Why do everybody make me feel alone? Like I'm trying lost and I know where to go now. I don't really have a place to.
So what if I did? I got the job done, Natsu snapped. Grow up already. You're an embarrassment to the guild. Gray chased, shaking a nervous and Natsu. What Natsu replied, as soon began another one of their silly brawls as Naruto looked on dip pants. They're even worse than me and Sasuke, he thought. Whatever, kid. To me, it just seems like it's the same, Kurama bubbled. Oh, shut up, you stupid fox. Naruto shouted. Kurama snored as Naruto returned to reality. Lula? The creature mumbled. Huh? What, Lula? Lucy asked, catching Naruto's attention, and he listened in lullaby. He mumbled louder. Lullaby? Naruto wondered. Lullaby? Natsu and Gray said more serious, suddenly stopping their little argument. A shadow creeped up, striking the team. Incoming, Happy shouted. The demon looked with an horror face. All of a sudden, the three that held Happy kidnappers creeped sunk further down into the ground. What was that? Lucy asked nervously, tightening her grip on Naruto's hand. Who was that? Natsu corrected. Well, whoever it was, they're fast, Gray pointed out. Yeah, Naruto agreed. I can't even sense their presence anymore. What about you, Naruto? You still feel anything? Gray asked. Naruto nodded, but it's very faint. I can barely sense it, Naruto said, fighting Lucy even more and causing her to tighten her grip even more around Naruto's hand. But what can this mean? Natsu wondered. Lullaby. Lucy mumbled quietly. Magnolia. A woman walked through the streets of Magnolia, taking a large, heavy footsteps, armor, and rather weird body. A heavy armored woman with a beautiful scarlet hair, high boots, and blue skirt, walking through the streets carrying a large claw of a monster she had styled on her mission. Whiskers and talking and awed, staring were everyone. She was heading back to her home, Fairy Tale. Hey Mira, can we get 3 beers over here, please? A voice among the guild members shouted. Be right with you, Mira responded. So Mira, when are we going on a date, Mira? Wakaba asked, smoking a cigar. Will you leave her alone? Loki said, irritated. Wakaba, there is one small problem, Mira said, creating a magic circle and transforming into a mid-aged lady. You already have a wife, the lady said, and Mira voice. I hate it when you do that. It's so creepy, Wakaba complained. I wish I could drink in peace for once, Kana said, sipping down her cup of beer. Well, you didn't drink all day? Markov inquired. I guess we should try finding another job, Natsu grumbled. We're running out of food money, Happy said, chewing down a fish. What do you think, Whiskers? Think you're up for another job? Natsu asked. Sure, I guess, Pinky, Naruto said, his chin resting on his hand, while his eyebrows resting on the table. You know, guys, if we had taken that 2 million jewels, we have sitting pretty much done for the job, Lucy said. And I can't let myself forget that rent due is next week, Lucy reminded herself. I guess I have better find next work, too, Lucy said. Lucy mumbled as she looked at the job request board, trying to find a good job, finding a magic job, breaking the spell of a curse, Kane reading of a love story, hunting a volcano demon, Geez, I had no idea wizard jobs are so varied, Lucy said. Well, Lu-chan, did you find a job that you want to do? Naruto asked. Slowly walked up to her, careful not to startle her, and wrapped his arm around her. Then flames. Lucy looked up and blushed. No, she stuttered. Naruto chuckled, taking his arm away from her. No, it's okay. You can keep it there. Lucy pouted in her thoughts. She felt so safe in his arms. Well, let me know if you find one you're interested in taking on. The master is always at conference, so I'm covering for him, Mira said. Naruto went back to Natsu and Happy, already knowing all of the guild's masters, but still listening with Natsu and Happy. And as Mira began to explain, one of the guild masters every once in a while they get together and talk about the state of the things. It's like a magic council, but not. Mira said, thinking carefully, a finger on her chin. So turning the read this, can I bow and a light pan? Mira asked. Well, he responded, taking out the light pen. The council, erza, is the most powerful organization in the magic world. It's only one step below of the government. It has 10 members and it's their job to uphold all magic rules and regulations. And a wizard breaking magic law, they would be tried by magic council. Then there will be different guilds masters legal, which are located groups who work together than the masters. It's their job to pass on the disease of magic consoles. They also communicate with others masters on the regular basis. I guess you can say that they're the glue that holds all of us together, which is pretty much stressful job, Mira finished explaining. Wow, I never realized that all of the different magic guilds were interconnected like that. Lucy said, and Naruto chuckled. It's important that we cooperate with another. Otherwise, the system would fall apart, Mira said. As the fire lit up as the scarlet faded, Natsu added, and then the guys in the black would show up, Natsu said, causing Lucy to become frightened. Huh? That was almost too easy, Natsu said. You trying to scare me to death? Lucy said. Natsu sighed and went over to Bob Natsu in the head. Ow. Natsu shouted. Stop scaring her like that. Naruto scowled as Natsu gave him the whatever face. As Naruto sighed again, before looking over to Lucy and Mira. It's more like dark guilds, Luchan. Naruto cleared up. Lucy gasped. Dark guilds? Lucy said in fear. Yep, dark guilds are actually do exist. They've chosen not to join any of the legals. They're the bad apples, and most of them are involved in magic crimes, Mira informed. Well, Lucy said in awe. Don't worry, Luchan. If we were ever to run into a dark guild, then I'll protect this place no matter what. I swear it on my ninja way, Naruto said, giving Lucy a assurement, a thumbs up. Natsu nodded. Now, would you just go and pick us a job? Natsu smiled. You have got to be kidding me. What makes you think I would want to do that? Lucy said. Naruto smiled. Well, it's obvious, Luchan, he said. Lucy looked confused. We are a team, aren't we? Natsu said, his hands behind his head. Yeah, we are picking the job last time, Happy inquired. It's your turn to pick, so get it to it, Happy demanded. Lucy looked away, snored. Just forget it, cat. As far as as I'm concerned, our team has been disbanded, and besides, you guys didn't want me. You just needed me because I'm a blonde, Lucy said. Don't be silly, Luchan. They only picked you because you were the great person, Naruto said. Lucy blushed. Yeah, and you're really nice, Natsu added. Lucy, I wouldn't stay with those losers if I were with you. And Whiskers, you too. Someone as awesome as you don't need to be hanging out with losers like Fire Breath there, Gray said. And plus, you'll get plenty of offers from other teams, Gray said, not noticing that his clothes were gone until Kana spoke up. Your clothes, Gray, Kana said in a sluttered voice. Gray jumped. Naruto laughed, jerk. Natsu called out. Gray gave Natsu stinging eye. Oh boy. And another fight starts. Naruto deadpanned. Lucy giggled. Naruto-kun is so funny. Did you just call me a jerk, Dragon Boy? Gray said, bumping foreheads with Natsu. Veins burst out of his head. And what if I did? What are you gonna do about it? Natsu snapped back. Naruto sighed and shook his head. Mira-chan, ramen please, Naruto said, walking over to the bar seat, taking off his scroll and sitting down. Coming right up, Naruto-kun, Mira said. Lizana, ramen for Naruto? Mira shouted, walking into the kitchen as Naruto sat down on the bar stool. Ramen, ramen, ramen. Don't you ever get tired of it, Nichan? Lizana giggled as she began to preparing the ramen. You better, Gray threw out. At least I'm not a coward, Natsu threw back. You spineless wimp, Gray shouted. Look like there's at it again, Happy said, smiling sheepishly. Naruto scoffed. Just leave them be. It's what's about to happen. Don't waste your energy over that, Naruto said, still waiting for his ramen. Finally, Zana came out holding a bowl of ramen, Naruto's favorite food. She went over to the bar and placed it in front of Naruto. Here you go, Naruto Nichan. Enjoy, Lizana said, walking around the bar and sitting down beside him. Naruto smiled widely. Thank Lizana-chan. She smiled back. Why don't you join the team of love, Lucy? Later tonight, just the two of us, Loki said seductively, holding his hand around her. Say what? Lucy said. Man, this guy is such a creep, she thought. You're just so stunning, gorgeous. I have to keep my shades on when I look at you, or I'll be blind by your day's beauty. Loki finished. Girls really fall for this? Lucy asked. As Lucy crystal key shined, Loki noticed immediately jumped away from Lucy. You're not a celestial wizard, are you? Loki shouted back. Away slowly, huh? Lucy said confusedly. Yeah, she got a cow, a crab, and stuff, Happy mumbled while chewing his fish. Loki screamed, curse you. Why you must be toying with me? I'm sorry, but you and I can't be together, my dear. Loki apologized while running away. Lucy looked in disbelief. What got into him? All of a sudden, Lucy asked. Loki has been a bad history with Celestial Spirit, Zana answered. Yeah, rumor has it that he dated one. It didn't end up very well, Mira added. Naruto chuckled as he was slurped down his ramen. Well, I'm not surprised. Lucy was cut off as Natsu came and crashed into Lucy to the ground. Whoa, Natsu shouted. Oh, that looks painful, Mira said. Naruto laughed. Huh. Are you okay, Luchan? Naruto said, throwing a laugh. Oh, Natsu-kun. Lizana sighed. Would the two of you just knock it off already? Lucy said grumpily. Sit down. by Natsu. Natsu stared at it. I'm just falling through, Gray said, holding his fist up in the air.